So anyway, live show. Here we go. Here, let's that like that. And we're up and running. Kazim is flying high, so let's see here. Let's see if we can scalp it. We'll do, let it come back down a little bit here. If you want to go low, you can, like 200 shares. And you can let's delete that. We want auto send on. And we're looking at GNS here. These are high flyers. A lot of shorting action in these stocks. So we're going to see what we can do with them today. Carvana's over here. That's down. I got to check my options that I have on that and see if I can get out of them yet. And I'll do that on my phone because I got it on a different platform. So my Carvana options, yes, I can get out of those now for a $70 gain. So we'll close them. And I'm out. 57.50 gain on Carvana. 57.50. Now let's take a look at Kazim. What is it doing? And I got to go to AMC because I got some AMC contracts also. So let me see what AMC is doing. That's 532. Let me check those and see where I'm at on those. And I'm up 42.50 on those. We are going to wait because they don't expire until Friday. So we're going to wait on those and see if we can get a bigger close on those. Now on this downward here on AMC, this looks good, so I'm going to buy 500 right here. Send. All right, so we're in for 500. We'll turn this in for a auto send, and you'll see the profit and loss right here, what's going on. What else are we looking at? SNOA, we're looking at Tesla. Tesla's on the drive down. Maybe we'll do some calls on those. Just depends, Stuart. I could do 10 or 15 if it's small. You know, if you're just doing small gains. Like right here, we're up 36.20 already on AMC. If we want to get out of that, we just hit flatten right here, and we're out for 28.70. 28.70 on that one. We got $9 over here. We got a couple dollars here on Tesla. Now Tesla's going back on a rise. We'll wait for a minute. We usually do options on Tesla. This one here, we're down $39. We only got 200 shares of it. We're just going back up. We bought it at 441 in the pre-market. If we want to try to lessen that, you know, we could buy 800 shares here and try to get some money out. But we're going to watch it for a minute because pre-market between 9:30 and 10 and 9:45 is pretty dicey. So we're going to wait and see what happens there. This Kazim looks like you could hit it for 4 or 5 cents in here in this range. So we'll let this drop down a little bit, and we might go back in on AMC. If this comes back down, we'll get back in. If you got BIEI, we're $260 up on this right here. It's down 4%, but we're up. We got 100,000 shares of that. We're up $260 at open on this stock. this here is probably going to go to, it's probably going to run to $7. That'd be my guess. So we could pop this for a few dollars real quick, I bet. Let it come down a little bit, settle down for a second. Yeah, come on down. And if you don't want to put a lot of money into it, you could just buy, let's say, 100 shares right at this point. And we're in, and you'll see these going pretty quick. So you can make, just a money here and here on these dips. We're up as much as 5, now we're down 6, but we're going to wait because we believe it's going to get back up to the 660 point anyway. Now we're flying high on GNS is starting to ramp up. So if I'd have bought back in at 420, we got up to 440, we'd have been in the positive there. Let's buy 400 more. Oh shoot, don't have it on. Auto send. I'll see this dip down right on the 100. We got choices. We could buy another 100 and go up, but we're gonna concentrate on this stock right here. The Sanoa is going up pretty good too, so we're going to go for 500 shares on this, auto send, and we're going to wait for the dip down a little bit and try to capture a movement here. All right, we're in. Let's see what happens on this. AMC would have been a good one to get back in here, but we weren't watching at the time, so bummer deal on that, right? Now this is going up, we're up 14, 15. Now we're back down, right? Because it's fluctuating pretty good. So we'll flatten that out at 960. That was a quick one. Now this one's going to fly high now, so we're going to hold it till it gets up into 455 range. It might pop up there. If it can crest 450, there it is. We'll flatten it out right there. And we're up 22.18 on that stock there. So that's 31, that's 50, that's $60, 62.50 right there. We're still down on this one here on COSM. This is going to go to 460, maybe 470. We might get back in here in a minute. But see, we're just playing with small amounts. If we want to play with bigger amounts, we could. And then that would increase this profit, of course, right? I'm just showing this that you can trade with smaller amounts. Now my other account, I trade bigger amounts. This one, we're doing smaller amounts. Now Tesla, right here, we're down to $1.75. Let's bring Microsoft in here. Let's get AMC up here. Let's bring Microsoft in because I know they're down today. Okay, Microsoft's down $8. Now, Tesla is down right there. We're going to short sell Tesla, which means we're going to sell 50 shares that we don't own, and we're going to short it right here. So then what we have to do is we have to buy back 50 if it gets down, further down, right, for a profit. Because we're betting it's going to go down. So Tesla's going down. And this is just show you, this is just a demonstration, right? What you can do. It's going to go back up, so we're going to go down a little bit, but we're going to hold off before we cover that position. Okay, so we're going to flatten it because I don't like what it's doing right here. So we're not going to lose no money. Because this could snap up. It's at a resistance level right here. And it bounced up. So if it goes below that, I might do another short and short it down to the low. But it just doesn't feel right. So we got out. No harm, foul there. Now this Kazim, we're down 20 bucks. We'll see what happens with that. All right, I got some work to do, so we're gonna get off the mic, and you can just watch this if you want. And if I click some stuff, you'll see it. And we'll get back in there and show that, right? Let me see what else we got to do here. I buy an option probably. We want to look at SPY. Well, Microsoft is down 8 bucks, so 234. Let's look at a Microsoft option. MSFT. And I sent out a daily trading guide. The SPY 400 call if it's above 398, 395 put if it's less than 396.76, which means if we go into SPY is at 396.22, then we would want a 395 put, which is right here for today expiration, and it would cost us $94 for one of those contracts. If we wanted more, we could get more. And if we hit preview and send, we got in at 92 cents. And if we look at positions, we can see right here we're up 14 cents already. 3 bucks, 4 bucks. And if you want out real quick, you would hit close, put it on market and preview and wait to send it until you get to an amount you want. And if you want out now at around $6 or $5, you're out. Boom, you're out. That quick. Hit it for 5. You can do that 10 times a day, 50 times a day, and hit it for that. And that's the way you can do an option. So let's take a look at Microsoft. All right, so we look at January close, 2 days away, and Microsoft's at 233.10. We're down 9 bucks. So if we think it's going to go to 235, if we get this, it's going to cost us $215 per contract because it's 100 shares per contract. So if we want that, that's what it's going to cost us. Now, if we think it's going to go down to 230, it's going to be 180, 183. See, it's going down. 230, 250 is right there. 230 is a better buy if it keeps dropping. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla's right here. It is down. I got to see what Ford's doing because I got some options in Ford that on Robinhood, so I got to see what that is doing. I'll take this off of Wi-Fi. For some reason, the Wi-Fi is not working. All right. So Ford is sitting at 1263. Our options are down a couple dollars, so we're waiting on those. See what happens. That's about it for that over there. So that's how you trade in this. So Tesla is at 141. We could look at a chart. It's creeping up. So if we want a 142 option, this is going to expire tomorrow. It's going to cost us $615 for one contract. 610 now. It's going down, right? So if we want a 140 put, it'd be $590. We think it's going to get down to 140. But we're not going to play with Tesla right now. We're going to go back over here. And we're going to watch these. Say, I told you it got back up to 460. There it is. AMC. Where's our AMC? What's that doing? Carvana. Let's go to Carvana. Carvana is right there. 629 down 33 cents. It got up to 649 at 935. 643 went down. It's on a downward slide. We aren't going to play with that. BIEI, we're up $280 in BIEI. So we're waiting on that. All right, pecans and fireworks, M-Fry. You need at least 25 grand in the account to day trade, unless you're doing Forex. Forex has no limit. So you can go into Forex and it doesn't matter what you do. $100, $500 doesn't matter. It doesn't have any effect on Forex. So if you want to trade Forex, day trade it, you can, and it doesn't have any effect on you. So that's just a bonus for people that might want to know about that. Like here, if you go into Forex, right, you can see this thing is soaring, and I didn't have my stop in there. So I got two options I could do. If I think it's still going to go up even higher, I could reverse this position, and then I'd be at a plus 50 to try to get this back if it's going to go higher, which it probably will, because if you look down here on the foreign exchange references and rates, it popped up here on this news. So this probably is going to go to a 0.5464% on that. So that's Forex. Usually I'd have a stop in there. I didn't have my stop in there, so now the gains that we had yesterday, we have to try to get back, because now we're down today because I didn't have my stop in there. I was too busy over on the other screen, just trading away. So if this comes down, we might stop it out, but we'll keep an eye on it, see what happens. Yeah, so we could stop that out, but we will not. We will let it go. All right, so that's what we're doing today. We'll get back to the stock account here in a minute and see what's going on with that. Watching Forex here for a second. We're getting some of that back. We just did another 100,000 position on the downside. So we'll see what happens here on the downside, see if it keeps coming down. It's pushing. 200,000 margin account. There you go. That'll get you a big account. We'll be back in a minute. All right, so we lessened our risk on this stock here, COSM. So we got rid of 200 shares. Uh, so it's got to go up about 30 cents to get back in the positive. This stock we hold all the time, so it doesn't matter. We're only down $6 for the day. It should get back up to 460, so we're not worried about that stock. Grom, this stock is a flyer. Sometimes we're watching it because if it starts to pop back up, we will get back the gains from over here that we're down. So we will watch this. It's coming into a resistance level right in here. As you can see, this is the resistance level, and it's popping back up off that level. If it comes down, then it's going to keep going down. Carvana's back down over here in the corner. Let me get you out of the way. They are back down over here in the corner, so we have to watch this. And it's a good learning tool on Forex. Put your stops in. I didn't have my stop in. I forgot to put my stop in. So it's costly, right? So all the gains I did yesterday, the 200 some odd dollars I gained yesterday, just got wiped out. So we'll have to rebuild it. So always put your stops in. Let's see if we can find any movers. Let me go to a stock screener and see if there's anything really moving that we can look at. Where's me? Shoot, what's this doing? What is this doing? All right. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way over here. And go to the market scanner. All right, market scan. Up 434% UVIX, SNOA, ENSC has a little bit of volume. Who has more volume? GMBL, that has 96 million shares trading. It's only 19 cents, so something's going on with GMBL. So we could take a look at that, right? If we come off of Microsoft, this stock's coming down. We could wait till it comes a little more. We'll gain more position on this stock. All right. That might go above 420. We'll let that ride. Yes, I do. USD JPY, that kind of falls in suit with the CAD. Um, I do trade that once in a while. Not very often though. I usually stick with the USD CAD, which bit me today, but I just put in another buy order with a stop this time. So we'll see if we can get some of that back by the end of the day anyway. And then we also have tomorrow, right? So there's always tomorrow. We're up in that account by quite a bit, so it doesn't really bother me that it went, I didn't get the stop in. So let's see here. What else we got going on here? Carvana's going back up. We might get back into Carvana. Tesla's on a rise. It's trying to bounce off the bottom of 138.07. So if we'd have bought that 138 put, we'd have made probably $1,000 on that 138 put this morning, but we did not buy it. This Grom is hit down here. It is doing a bounce up. So we could try to scalp it. And if you're not sure, you could always get in with just a few hundred shares. So if we buy that, 200 shares, let's say, we'll see what happens with it. Come over here, we can double up on this. See if we can get this up to see if it goes back up to 430. So we're just looking for a slight push. 10-cent movement. That's all we need. So we'll just hold out for that. I enter my email address on the website. Be sitting a trading newsletter subscriber. Yeah, yep, I did. I sent that out today already with some option plays and some stocks to watch. Right? So I sent those out. Now we're up at 422, 421. We need to get up around 424. It does. It's like sitting there, right? And it could pop at any time. You just got to get the volume up. The volume's not up very good right now. If the buyers start coming in, then she'll run to 430. But the buyers just aren't there right now. We're at 425, 427. Come on, go to 430. So I'll get out of 400 of those. Right now we're back up. We're back in the money. If we don't think it's going to go anywhere, we can flatten it out, and we took that loss away. And now we're back in the money, right? We're back in the money on that one. We're still down on this one. We're up at the open. We're down a little bit. We took 200 of that shares out of that position just in case it drops. That lessens our risk. We went over here and just played with this 1,000 shares of this stupid little stock that they said had a lot of volume, and of course you see we're up on it right now, right? We're in the green. So this shows you can make some money with a little bit of money. So we bought it at $176 is what it cost us. Right now we're up 5%, or right around 5% on the money. We're going to wait and see if it gets up here because it's only $176 in there. Who really cares? So we're just going to let that ride. If we get up 10% or so, we'll get out. We might buy more in because it does have a lot of volume. Right here you can see the volume levels. So there is a lot of activity in this. So market's pretty just sitting there pretty slow right now. It's not really doing anything. So it's really not even fun trading, right? Because there's nothing really going on. So we're probably going to go do some errands. I got some more stuff to do in the trucking part of this that just came in. So I don't know if I'll leave the stream going for that whole time. There's nothing really happening unless I get into the options, right? If I get into the options, we're going to have some fireworks going because Tesla's on a move. You see Tesla on a slow rise up, trying to get that 454 back into the positive. And Tesla is one that can do it. No matter what they come out with, they're one of those stocks that can bite you in a heartbeat, right? So you got to really watch them. If you play with them, you got to be on your toes. So you can't just like walk away, especially if you're doing options. And what we mean by that is, here's this piddly stock over here, right? We'll just flatten it out. We don't care about that thing. $7, who cares? And if you'd bought, 10,000 shares, so $1,700, you'd be up $70. So depending on what you want to do, right? 100,000 shares, you'd be up 700. So here's Tesla. It broke 139 on this chart right here. And as you can see, I use Ameritrade for everything. So if we bring Tesla up to this window here so we can see it. We bring Tesla up and we see it's above 139, trying to stretch into 140. So we can look at the option for tomorrow. Ending at 140 is $600 for one contract. So if we want to buy one contract of that, if we think it's going to go to 140, right, this will drop down because it's dropping down here. We could click on that. We could say one contract, market buy. And as you can see, it's down to 595. It was at 605, right? Because it went down. So we could say preview. We're going to hold off a second. It's even going to go down even further because it's dropping. It's not climbing. We're at 590. If it goes below 139, that's the level. So we're going to hold off on this. And we're going to see if it can hold the 139 level, which it did not. So we're going to cancel that out. Look at the 139 level now. And you can get that for 640. $635. As you see, this is dropping, right? So you could say, let's say you want to risk $50, right? You could get in on this. You could say market order, preview, and we'll wait for a second. Okay, we're in at 634 on Tesla. On this option. $139 call option, which expires tomorrow. So there's no need to get out of it today, but you can sit there and watch it and see what happens, right? We're at 634 is the buy. Right now it's sitting at 635. So that's up $1, right? If you look at that perspective of it. So if this goes above 139, pretty good. If it gets up into the 30 or 40 cents, you can make a quick buck. So if you look at positions right here, it's up 564 already. And the way to do this is hit market, hit preview, watch this number here. And if it gets up into 8 or 9 or 10 bucks, if that's what you want to make, then you hurry up and get out. And you can see it changes pretty fast. So you got to have a fast internet connection, right? So you can get that profit. So sit there and watch it and decide what you want to do with it. And you can sit here and, you know, the further it goes above the 139, of course, the higher this is going to go up in profit. So it's dropping down below, as you see. Now we're only up 64 cents. Now we're up 5. Now we're up 8. So if we send it now, up 15, right? So we had $15 there, 634 to 649, 15 bucks that fast. We could have waited for hundreds if we wanted to, but that's just to show you that, you know, you can make it right there pretty easy on Tesla as it's going up. Right now, that 15 will probably be up 40 or 50 bucks, as you can see. If it hits over 50, then you're up around 60 or $70 on that trade. So we just got out demonstration on this. So we're still over here. We're still just below the money here. We're $21 at the open. We're down $21 on the position for today. If I'd have kept those other 200, we'd be above 20 or 30 bucks already. But we're holding that just to see what goes on there. This Grom, we weren't watching it, but if it was up here at 230, we would have been not in the negative. We're only down 11 bucks there. So we made 675 over here. We made money on Carvana. We made money on AMC this morning. Here's AMC at almost 30 bucks. We made money there. And it looks like we could probably hit AMC again at 545. If we can get it around 540 or just below, we could hit it for another 6 to 10 cents. Now this Tesla here, since we made money there, we got money there, and we think it's going to go back down. Here, let's zoom in. Now you see the chart. We could short it here, right? So we could go down here. If we really want to be conservative, we could short it 20 shares. What short means is you're going to borrow the shares from the market. So if you do it the wrong way, if it goes up, you got to cover it at some point, right? So you could say, well, you know, I want to make, you know, 10 bucks, 15 bucks. You could short it 20 shares, let it come down 50 cents to $1, and you got your amount that you're looking for. Same thing with Microsoft. They're doing a lot of shorting in Microsoft today. Because it was down $8, now it's only down $7.91. But as you see, it's trying to stop this downtrend. So if you think Microsoft was going to go down, and you said, okay, I'm going to do 20 shares at $234, would be 4,600 bucks, right? So we got like $40 or so made over there on E-Trade. We sold those options today for, let's see. Because the goal is, if you have a small account, right? If you day trade, you gotta have 25K. That's really not that small of account, but if that's all you have in there, showing that you only have to risk 1%, not even 1%, right? Because 1%, let's say 10%, right? 10% is 2,500 bucks. None of these trades I did today was nowhere near $2,500. So 4%, right? I risked 4% at any given time. You're not risking hardly anything, and you're making money on it. So the goal is 150, at least 150 bucks a day. I did like 500 yesterday, 450 the day before that. But if you do 150 a day, think about it. Simple. That's not that much money. Sure it is. It's what most truck drivers make, if company drivers, after tax and everything. So if you do 150 bucks a day, 5 days a week, that's 750. Times that by 50 weeks, not 52. Just say you did 50 weeks. You're at $35,000 or $3,500. Sorry. No, 35,000, right? Yeah, so if you do 750 a week times 50 weeks, yeah, 37,500 bucks. That's what you'd gain as a supplementary income. Tesla's flying high. See, if we'd have kept that call, we'd be up $300-400 right now. Should have kept that call. But I do a lot of those quick ones just for demonstration purposes. Okay, so let's see here. So am I at the 150 today already? And it's not even an hour in, so we'll see. Positions. And we're talking in the stock account. Let's see what I sold today. So that was 16. Let's see, 66 on AMC. So that's 70, 82, $70 on Carvana. That's 152. Another 12 and another 57. Yeah, so 70 on Carvana. So we got 136, 148, 157, and another 13, 170, plus over here in Ameritrade, we got another $40. So we're at 210. So we're above the 150. We could just shut it off. We're at 210, and we could just call it quits. But let's see what we have going on right now. Let's see if we can do another play before we shut this off. So as you see, this GNS head did go up. That's a nice gain, right? 415 all the way up to 427. So if you had 1,000 shares of that for $1,000, if you had a $25,000 account, and you did about 15% of it, and if you'd have bought down here at 415 and got out somewhere around here, you could have made your money for the day just off that one trade. The volume's picking up on it, so we might try to hit this for bigger numbers here in a minute. We're only down $16 on COSM. Cosmos Health Systems, like I said, if I'd have kept the 300 shares, we'd have been back in the green easily by now. It's very taken. See, the volume's not very good right now. The volume was great up here at 9:30. Huge volume. And it just drove off. So this might be a nice slow roll up to where you get back in with a few hundred more shares and just a couple ticks back up, puts it back in the green. And this little 17 center, that went up a couple cents, right? I usually don't mess with those, but if they got a lot of volume, then yeah, you can get in and out of them. You don't want to stay in them because they can drop like a rock just as fast as you got in. All right, so we'll keep an eye on Genius Group and see if we can get them on another rise. Coffee's hot today, folks. Let's see here. You don't have to trade every day either. So, like I said, Monday and Tuesday, I had really good days. I was up, let's say if you're up over $1,000+ that's the whole week, right? If you're doing $150 a day, that's way more than a whole week. So you don't have to trade every single day. This is on a good downslide here, and if you want to get in on that, let's say 200 shares right there. We buy it, and we'll see what happens. So that 200's up $4 right now. It's up $5. And you know, if you just want $4 or $5 a shot, you can just flatten it out, and you're out of it, and you picked up another, you know, $4 or $5. Or you can wait it out and try to get the $20, $30, $40 hits. Yesterday I hit this thing for a couple $100. But I played bigger numbers, right? I played 2, 3, 4,000 shares at a time. As you see, it took a big jump up here to 422. It's probably going to try to ride back up here to the 428 mark. See, it's 424. So it's a high flyer when it starts going, right? It can come down just as fast as it goes up. So you got to watch yourself with it. Same thing with Kazim, right? Same thing with this stock here. And if it comes back down here, we might try to hit it for 2,000 shares and try for the big, go for the big gainer. Because if we look at the, it looks like the resistance line's right around here on the 417 mark. Pre-market is where you can make the money on this stock. If you'd got in pre-market, right here at 8 o'clock, at 418, it went all the way up to 474 in pre-market. That's a 50+ cent gain. So if 1,000 shares would have been $500, and you could have been done for the day before the market even opened. That's where I make a lot of my money, is before the market even opens on a lot of this stuff. Because once the market opens, then you get all kinds of shenanigans going on. See if I got some more work to do on the trucking side, so we got to take care of that. Close that screen out. All right, so what's going in on the trucking side? We got some stuff to put in our software, take care of some more business here. No, we don't want to follow up on that. We got some fuel receipts to put in. All right. Let me type away on this stuff, get this stuff taken care of. And we'll get back to some business over here. So we're up for the day. There we're at. Even if I closed out this $18 loss that's sitting here in this 24, we're still above what we'd be at, and I could just take those losses. So we are still above what we're at. Over on Forex, We're up $75 on this trade here. So we're getting back some of that money that was lost because we forgot that we didn't have our stop in. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to cancel this out. I'm going to put a stop loss in. So that way we're not going to lose all of that. So I'll put a stop loss in at trail stop, and put a trail stop in on the off of the let's see, let's do it off of the bid. Let's go 30 off of the bid. So that's actually 44, so that's $15, right? If you're looking at that. All right, so we got our trail stop in. And if that goes through, that'll give us, you know, if it gets down there, instead of $75 profit, it'd be around $55 profit, somewhere in there, if we get stopped out. So we just got stopped out because it's on a downward swing. So 57.22. So we were down a couple $100, right, in the Forex. So what we did is we bought another 300 or 30,000 position on the buy side, and it went up. So we were up $75, but we put the trail stop in case it had more upward movement. So, but it didn't. It came down fast, but we still captured $55. Now, we only got to do that 4 times today and be back to zero. So I have no doubt that I will get back to zero, maybe even a profit, you know, especially by tomorrow, because you got all night too. It's 24/7. Well, it's 24/5, right? Monday, Sunday night through till Friday night at around 5 o'clock. So I'll play when the Europeans are playing tonight, and I'll get all that back. So I'm not really worried about that. That's why Forex doesn't bother me, because it's, you can do that at the middle of the night, right? So if you see things going up in momentum in that, you can capitalize and, you know, hit it for 50 here, 100 there, and easily get your money back. If you were down because you forgot to put in a stop loss. So Grom is going down. That's a shame. As you can see it right here. That's going down. We are watching Kazem. We were in the positive, but it fell down a little bit. So we'll wait and see if that'll get us back up there. All right, we're back. We got that stuff entered. We're gonna get ready to go to the store here in a minute. We got the snowstorm going on, so we're gonna go to the store here in a minute. What else we got going on here? We got Kazem back in the positive here, right? 43.20 from open. From when we had it, profit loss for today is that. So now we're back down 47 cents. I was going to close it out. So we'll wait, see if it goes up a little bit. We do have this GMBL, whatever this stock is. We really don't care what the stock is because all we care is about the volume and it going up. And then it's at 19.8 cents. It has a good run, a good whole penny run. So, you know, it depends how many shares you buy on that run. Now, Kazem's back down again. We're just going to flatten that position out and take that small loss. Should have flattened it out when we were up $1, right? But we'll take that small hit because we got all the other winners. So if we add up what we had minus those small losses there, we're still above our $150 target. Now I got to go check Robinhood, so I do some stuff over there and see where we're at with Robinhood on those options. Those option plays don't expire until March, so we're good on those. We're up on our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're up to on our 12 stocks we own over there. We're up on, well, actually we own 16 stocks, so we're up on 12. We're down on 4, but those are the long keepers. So we don't day trade those or scalp trade those. Those are just stocks that I buy and take profits and put into those stocks. Now, GNS is going down a little bit, so we could take a risk, right? We could take a risk since we're up. This thing put me out. I hate that. Let me log back in. So we were up like 50 or 60 bucks, I think it was, over there in E-Trade. And then we have 130, so that's 206 right there. 15 for that one is 221, 230. Another 12 is 242. And another 15 is 267. And then we have the 34 and 10 is 44, so we're up about $223. So we got our money made. Now we're looking at GNS. GNS is on a downward slide. Look at that, folks. We crest below $4, man. We're gonna try to hit it for a quick dollar here. Let's go in at 200 at this point. Be safe. We'll let it pop back down. It might not pop back down, but we'll see. This one's flying high now. That's over 20 cents. So let's see if we can get this little cheap stock here. And since we got all that profit, let's take a couple chances here. See if we can rack some money on this one because the volume's kicking up. See the volume picking up down here, and it's pushing it higher. Right now we're up another $7, $2, $5 because it's pushing. So if we can get above 21, come on, get above 21. There we go. Keep going. And we're going to flatten that out. 1685 on that. So we just doubled our profit on that again, right? So we're up 1685. It's still pushing up. like I said, I have to go. I probably sit here and watch it, trying to get it to 22. This is at 406, 405. If we go in here, and it's got a strong push down, so we're going to wait. It's going to go below $4, folks. There it goes, 402. Big push. All the indicators are showing below $4. We're at 401. We hit 4. Pops below 4. See, it's got some resistance at 4. 4 is a resistance level. So we're gonna, if it gets back down to 4, we'll take a chance at the bounce. So here we go. Let's see if we can get the bounce. And you can always go low, right? 50 shares, 100 shares, and if it doesn't get the bounce and it goes lower, then you can do another 100, double up, and get the next bounce. As I said, this is going to go to 22 cents. It's at 21.69. It's still going up 21.70. See, here we are at $4. And here comes all the volume up, so it is going to go lower. They're fighting it. Man, they're fighting that $4 mark. Look at the volume. Man, the volume is huge. The short sellers, the shorts are getting squeezed. Man, this one's it's trying to get to that 22 cents, isn't it? It's at 22. If it breaks, we're going to get in. We're going to get in right here. Because if it can break that 22, it's going to go to 23. This is just sitting here figuring out what it wants to do. Does it want to flip higher? All right. We're going to get in on it. We're going to risk our profit on this stock and see what happens. I heard the car start, so that means I'm going to have to get ready to roll. And we'll shut down operation here, and we'll call it a day. So that's what we'll do. All right, we're out of that for $33.07. Just like that, double our money on that profit right there. Because we knew it was going up because of the volume and the squeeze going on, and it might even get to 420, but I don't have time to sit here and watch it. So we're out of that. We're out of our position down here in Kazim, and GROM is the one that we're down on, and it's doing nothing. It's just sitting there. So there's nothing to get there. But this gain here wipes that out. And so forth. So there we go. We could pop in here again and hit it for another 20 bucks probably, because it's gonna go to 420. because it's fighting that level. That's why it's popping back up on this candlestick. Now watch when it gets down to around 410, it's going to pop back. All right. Thanks everybody watching. We're out of here.